So 2023 is the year which is going to be ruled by Saturn. In this system, this is a very happy, very energetic type of Saturn. This is the one which is going to create the balance. This is the year which is going to give you new opportunities in terms of work. But now it depends on where your Saturn is placed. This is how you have to decide. So let's suppose your Saturn is placed in a bit challenging position like in Aries. If your Saturn is in Aries, this is the year where your new work is going to start. Or Saturn in first house is placed, something related to new business, new profession, a new opportunity is going to come your way. This is what you can expect. Second thing, what you can expect from Saturn, if your Saturn is with Mars, so I would suggest you control your anger. Saturn is, let's suppose, and you have to use this technique in multiple ways. Like Saturn in first house, then it is related to your health, it is related to profession, something new is going to start. When Saturn goes in second house, this is related to family. This is related to your business partners. This is related to your resources. Be very careful with resources. Your resources are going to increase. So when your Saturn is in third house, like somebody is commenting, Shakti Sekhar, right? You are Gemini moon, but I'm telling you by your name itself, you have a very prominent Mars. Nikunj Mehta, prominent Saturn. Ojaswini, prominent Sun. So I can make on predictions on you, but let me complete this. I will answer your questions. Saturn in third house. This is a year where you're going to start learning any new hobby, new sports. And I would suggest start making diaries. Be very organized in this particular year. Saturn in second house, start bringing discipline in your food. Start bringing discipline in your finances as well. Like you can see this from now. As December has arrived, Saturn second house, whoever is here in present in our class, you must have started bringing discipline in terms of your finances. Saturn in fourth house, you need to focus on the construction of the house, redevelopment of the house. You need to be very useful to other people. This is what the Saturn fourth house is going to be. I'm going to discuss all the Saturns. Why you are in a hurry? Saturn, this is a year when, let's suppose your Saturn is in fourth house, but it is in sign of Aries. So you can say you have to change your place, and then the profession will start, and something new is going to start. See, when you go in advanced levels of this particular technique, you will realize, let's suppose you have a Saturn 29 degrees. So this will happen exactly at the end of a year, in the December. You can always take planet setting with Saturn, planet setting in association with Saturn, then also it is going to happen. Saturn, if it is Saturn when it is in fifth house, this is a year we are going to get the fame, position, respect for your hard work. But this is also the year where you're going to challenge the government. This is the year where you're going to challenge the authority as well. Modi Ishan, you are jobless because you have a Rahu issue in your chart. You need to focus on the Rahu issue. Just tell me where your Rahu is, and this is why you have what is the relation of Rahu to your 10th house or 10th lord. This is the problem in your chart. Saturn in 6th house. This is the year where you're going to be compassionate for animals. You have to be useful for people who cannot raise their voices. Saturn in 6th house does brilliant in competitive exams. Saturn in 6th house, these are the people who are very passionate towards teaching others. They become the support for other people. Saturn in 6th house. Saturn in 7th house. This is the year you can take a balance, risk investments, go for investments in your life. This is the year where you will start working towards the relationships. Saturn in 7th house is also about making new partners. Saturn 8th, Scorpion Saturns. If you have a Scorpion Saturn, be careful of your married life, because Scorpion Saturn is not a very good position for the married life issues. And if you have a Scorpion Saturn, see how the married life is going actually. Saturn in 9th house, problem with the bosses, overseas travels. Saturn in ninth house works and makes troubles for the boss's father, health of the father. This is what your focus should be in this particular year. Try to maintain low profile in terms of making challenges to the boss. Saturn 10th house, this is a year where you have to bear the pressure, work hard, and do not expect much of the gains, because Saturn 10th house is about upgrading your skills. So you will actually work in upgrading your skills. You will sign up for new course, you will go for new trainings, look for new jobs. This is what the Saturn 10th house can be. Now Saturn 11th. Whenever the Saturn 11th, if you have a Saturn 11th house, this is a year where every day you will have a new idea related to business. This is a fearless year for you. And Saturn 12th, if you have, this is a time period where you will work from background. Saturn 12th has one problem, which is of expenses which will happen without useless expenses, problems in the family life. Because you see, Saturn is wherever Saturn is setting, more than this, the aspects of Saturn are going to create troubles. So that is why be careful of what you are actually making expenses of. Saturn 12th.